Your friendly neighborhood Jesus freak here, and I was at Bender's the other day and dug up this little Spanish Bible, Biblia de las Américas, which is a Spanish counterpart to the NASB. And if you're familiar with the NASB, you pretty much know what to expect. Print's not that big, it's only a 6-point. Being that it's in Helvetica, it's a little easier on the eyes than a serif font, so they can go down a little bit smaller, but it really is tiny. Looks more like a 4 to me than a 6, but it says it's a 6. Now, from what little I've looked over it, the LBLA reads pretty similar to the Reign of Valera, just as much as, the King James derivatives tend to read pretty similar to that. The big difference is they use Senor in small caps, like we use Lord in small caps. They do the same thing. The layout's pretty much what you'd expect. This is co-published by Zondervan and Editorial Vida. Vida is a name I seem to see a lot recently with Spanish Bibles. It's a red letter. It's a pretty basic red letter. There's a topical index in the back. List of miracles. Parables. Weights and measures. Reading guide to read the Bible in a year. Harmony of the Gospels. Bible verses to reflect on. Panoramic view of the books of the Bible, which is basically what you'd find some versions have headings at the beginning of the book to summarize the Bible. Here they have it all together at the end. No maps, surprisingly. It has end of verse references, which seems to be pretty typical for NASBs and for LBLAs too. There's not much in the way of footnotes. There's one here or there, translator notes. It's mostly a verse by verse layout that poetry is written in verse as well. I think I'd say that the LBLA, from what I haven't seen looked too much through it, but I think that it's probably one I wouldn't have a problem recommending if someone needed a Spanish translation of the Bible. I do speak Spanish, not very well. I like to have Spanish Bibles because it forces me to read them without relying on what I think I know about them. Anyway, Jesus freak out.